modern democracies function because there is an institutional balance in a country. Institutions that are independent, that operate independently. That independence is being attacked in India. So there is one big mother institution called the RSS that is penetrating all Indian institutions. There's not a single one that is not under attack, and it's systematically done. The judiciary, the press, the bureaucracy, election commission, every single institution is systematically being filled by people who have a particular ideology and belong to a certain institution. So that's that I would not say eroding, I would say strangling, and that is what is happening. As a politician, I didn't really appreciate this 5-7 years ago. But as a politician, I actually can only do my job if I have institutional support. I get support from the judiciary. I get support from the election commission. I get support from a whole number of institutions that actually protect the conversation, the debate. If I don't have that support, I literally can't do my job. And frankly, I didn't realize how profound this is until I'm actually faced with it. I'll give you examples. I mean, in debates in Parliament, the mic is shut off. I mean, that's the extent of it, right? So we are not allowed to speak in Parliament. We don't have recourse with the courts. We are sort of having the RSS-BJP combine has this massive financial advantage, 10:1, 20:1 advantage. Businesses are told, listen, you cannot support the opposition. So it's a full-scale assault on the democratic space. You're speaking to the person who has been pushing this stuff in the Congress party for a decade. I'm the person who pushed elections in the youth organizations, pushed elections in the student organizations, got serious beating in the press for that. I was literally crucified for doing elections, right? I was attacked by my own party people. So I'm the first person that says, look, democratic elections within parties absolutely critical. But I got a question for you. It's interesting to me that this question is not asked about any other party. Nobody asked the question, why is there no internal democracy in the BJP? No one asked the question, why is there no internal democracy in the BSP? Nobody asked the question, why is there no democracy in the Samajwadi Party? But they asked the question about the Congress. There's a reason. We're an ideological formation. We're an ideological party, and our ideology is the ideology of the Constitution. It is the ideology of equality. So yes, it is. I think it is more important for us to be democratic. And okay, if others are not, well, that's fine. But for us, as the institution that fought for independence, that gave India the Constitution, I think it is critical that we are democratic and have democratic processes. That was a mistake. Absolutely, that was a mistake. And my grandmother said as much.
It's fascinating you're saying this, because I mean, I did think that was dreadful. It should not have happened, the emergency. One thing very similar, what you said your grandmother said to you, with the former president of India, Pranab Mukherjee. My last conversation with him, this was a few months before he passed away, I asked him that since you were so close to Mrs. Gandhi, the calling of the election at the end of the 2 years of the emergency that Mrs. Gandhi called, was it hubris, arrogance of an authoritarian leader that I will win, I want to demonstrate that? Or was it that she was beginning to have self-doubt? I asked Pranab Mukherjee, since you were so close, and Pranab Mukherjee told me, that actually I can tell you I have direct conversational evidence. She began to feel that she might lose, but she wanted to put that to test, had a fair election, and actually lost. So in some sense, having made that huge mistake, she rectified that and brought back the democratic institution. So it's sort of your brief words sort of
it was very different though.
Yeah.
And there's a fundamental difference between what happened in the emergency, and it was wrong, and what is happening now. The Congress party at no point attempted to capture India's institutional framework. And frankly, the Congress party doesn't even have that capability. Our design doesn't allow us that. Even if we want to do it, we can't do it. The RSS is doing something fundamentally different. They're actually filling the institutions with their people. So look, even if we defeat the BJP in an election, we are not going to get rid of their people in the institutional structure.